Okay, so my time being playing and all that kind of thing. When I was a kid, my parents would like, as I said, like 30 minutes, go. Because I have a brother that plays with as well. And we would always fight about that kind of thing. But my parents also, like, as Wayne and Stu said, most of my time was on the rugby field during winter and judo and that kind of thing. So I guess my competitive side actually came from school because I wanted to be the best at the sports and stuff like that. So yeah, that. But for me now, living with Christina, she's also like really into games, so she plays as well, and she really doesn't mind what I do because she knows that like I really enjoy it. And yeah, it's spending time with you guys, and also like it's for me like making videos, YouTube videos, and that kind of thing. It's like my creative side. So she
It's
like
not harming anyone, bro.
yeah,
So it's
she backs it. Obviously, I spend
Nice.
a little bit too much time, like even for myself, because I mean the other day I only went to bed at like 8 a.m. in the morning and woke up at 2. I mean at 10 a.m. So I had 2 hours sleep. Funnily enough, the next day we played Fortnite again, and it was actually the most wins we got in a row on 2 hours sleep.
Ah, okay.
So
It's
yeah,
true. You got so many wins on 2 hours of sleep.
yeah, it was pretty intense. Didn't do any recording because I looked bad, man. I was like,
Even beaten with a bag of nickels.
didn't do any recording on that day. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next question. The next question is, what is your all-time favorite game? It can be video game or tabletop game. And we're going to then, just the four of us, we can kind of make a list of top 5 games. Just out of all the games that we've played. Yeah. So my favorite, that's the top 5 video games. But my favorite game of all time, obviously, is Magic the Gathering. Full stop. Yeah. I mean, I can play it online and I can play it on tabletop. That's definitely my favorite game. So anyone listening, watching, if you don't play Magic the Gathering, give it a try. You have to be older than 12 years old, just to let you know.
Look at that.
How about
Good
Stu?
advice as well.
Yeah. Stu, what's your
Yes.
favorite game of all time?
Of all time,
Yeah.
Warcraft 3, the Frozen Throne expansion.
Oppa, the Lich King will eat your soul.
So easy, so easy. That game changed my life. It changed my life. I tell you, I played that game for the. I remember watching you play that game for the first time when I think it came out in 2003.
Yeah.
So it was 19 years ago. I was 12, no, 11 years old. That game changed my gaming life because the graphics were out of this world. It was just so different and so unique and so new. It was, it'll be my all-time favorite game of all time. And even I can still go back today and I can go play games in Warcraft because of the mods and stuff that people have made for that.
Yeah.
They're just epic.
I mean, that's where
100%.
Dota originated from.
Yeah.
And that's like the biggest game at the moment.
You could say that even though Age of Empires was before, but you could say Warcraft was the birthplace of RTS, of normal
Of fantasy RTS, as you could say, right? Because Age of Empires was like very much based on, like, they put a lot of effort into the real history of all the different civilizations and stuff like that.
But where Warcraft was different was that you had every race that you played was unique.
Yeah.
Age of Empires was very much you had the same units for every
Yeah, it's like only a few individual units that would be different.
Yeah, exactly. Warcraft was very much painted specifically for everything was unique to them. The character designs, you could tell, but a lot of time and the result is so absolutely 100% my favorite game of all time.
Nice. Wayne?
It's actually a good one, that one. That one, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and then Fortnite. Yeah, I think that was the one we played. But yeah, it's mostly the reason I enjoy these games is because I played them with friends.
Yeah.
Most of the solo games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater from back in the D,
Yeah.
that was awesome. But like playing it when you got friends and you're all going and doing either
Yeah.
shooting each other
Yeah.
or like playing them like against other teams like Fortnite was the first one for me playing online, and it was really epic to play against other like real people.
Yeah.
So this has been a lot of fun for me to learn and play Fortnite with the guys. So it's probably my favorite so far.
Nice. Tim?
Yeah.
Well, if we were able to go back to whenever Halo 3 was a really big thing, that would have been my all-time favorite because I was playing with friends, everybody having a blast, creating maps, trying new things. It was just great all around. But if it's nowadays, because I can't play with everyone from home because I'm in China.
Yeah.
And also here. So I wouldn't say all-time favorite would be Fortnite, but if I was playing by myself, it'd be Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, so that's like, I mean, it doesn't have to be about like who you're playing with. Just your all-time favorite game that you can go back to and play again and again.
Yeah, so Assassin's Creed 2
Yeah.
because I like the story, I like the time period. I did a research paper on it and research. Yeah, qualitative research, and it was a lot of fun. And I had to play the whole game from start to finish, and I had to do it within a week because I was playing late on the assignment. So I had to. So yeah,
because internet is pooping itself.
Yeah, your internet's not doing too well.
Okay, let me turn off the VPN. And it's fixed, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful.
See, yes. Oh, the Great Wall, I love it. The Great Firewall, I'll say.
So you say Assassin's Creed?
Yes. Assassin's Creed 2, because the time period, the storyline, and the character, the way he develops, it draws me in, and I could go back and play it again. There's also the controls. For example, you have more control of the free running because it's not so what do you call it? They don't have certain animations for it like they did in 3 and so on afterwards. Like this animations made it slower, so you had more control of the free running. But because I can't play with friends as much online from home, and not the games I want to play, like for example Warzone, it'd be Assassin's Creed 2.
Nice. Okay, so we have now the privilege
Top 5
of making our top 5 list. So that top 5 is going to be 20 games, so that's a bit too much. So let's say our top 3 games that we like the best. And let's say, so obviously our favorite is our number 1. So we would say Magic the Gathering, Assassin's Creed, Warcraft 3, and Fortnite. How about the second one of our list can be most unique game you've tried and played before. Something that's very different that you don't think anyone else has played.
Oh, Flight Simulator.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I've got my joystick right here. I love Flight Simulators.
Nice.
If I could right now, drop everything, I'd go fly jets.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So Wayne's Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
So mine, for that one, like the most unique and very different game, I haven't really played one like that in a very long time. But I don't know if you guys remember, it came out like while we were growing up, is like point and click, like Myst and Riven, where you're like an investigator and you have to kind of like CSI vibe, but it's more of the like fantasy vibe. I remember playing Riven, a game called Riven, where you move around and you have to try and find things and try and it's like a riddle. Another good one like that at the moment on Steam is called Talos Principle.
I actually looked into that
It's
one.
a pretty cool game. It's like it's kind of like Portal. Except it's not portals. You have to like connect lasers and stuff like that. So puzzle. My second one, very much like puzzle and mystery kind of game. So if I had to play a game that's not competitive, I would be playing a game that would still be competitive because I'm competing against myself.
It reminds you a bit of like the Scooby-Doo, like they made a Scooby-Doo game.
Yeah. Like CSI is also like, there's a whole line of CSI games where you have to do like solving crimes and forensics and stuff.
Cool. That's different.
That is different too.
Yeah.
Stu?
What else?
I don't know. I'm a very mainstream kind of player.
Oh, he's not a hipster.
No,
But isn't being a hipster mainstream now?
You're right in the crowd, bro.
I think my fact that I'm very much more into my city building games sets me apart from you guys a little bit, because I love my city building games. I think
I've Banished. Banished was a cool one that you played, right?
Banished was cool.
Good Frostpunk.
Frostpunk I played. I played all of the annos. Anno 1404, 1800, 2000, 2020.
Never even heard of that.
Pharaoh,
I haven't heard of those.
Pharaoh, the old school Pharaoh, Cleopatra, Caesar 3, Zoo Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon. These are all city builder games that I've really, really enjoyed.
So I'm gonna put a list in the description of all our lists, our top 3 lists of stuff that you can go and search yourself if you want to try these games out.
Yeah, so definitely. So I think the fact my city builder tendencies is definitely something that makes me a little more unique, and something that that I like.
Definitely, yeah.
Go with that. My final answer.
74 games later.
And so what was your final answer, Stuart? The final answer, which one was it?
I'll say Anno.
Anno. Okay.
Anno 1400s.
Tim?
Alright, so it has to be unique, right?
Doesn't have to be. What's what you think is probably the most unique about yourself that you play? Like, you would never have guessed that I like those puzzle kind of games.
Man, I think I'm just too mainstream.
Oh, too mainstream, man.
But, I mean, I'm trying to go through my list here. So much. I mean, Assassin's Creed is like a stealth game already anyway, so it's like, it's not so... I mean, if I could, I would like to play Prince of Persia 1 again because it had a good story, it had puzzles, you could rewind time, and it was just, I liked that one a lot. But
so Prince of Persia.
No surprise. Yeah.
Okay.
I liked 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I like the storyline of all 3 of them. So
that's cool.
But yeah.
So for our second list, it is puzzle games like Principle of Talos and stuff like that. Flight Simulator, then City Builders, and Prince of Persia, which counts as like you could say that Prince of Persia is like a kind of puzzle game.
Yeah, because the first one they had a lot of puzzles, and trying to figure out everything, and it was great.
Yeah.
Is that Prince of Persia: Sands of Time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I liked a lot.
Yeah, and then third on the list. Now this is going to be quite a difficult one because you wouldn't play it.
Come on.
The worst game you've ever played. Quite a difficult one because if you ever wanted to play it, you wouldn't be playing it if it's so bad, you know?
Oh, the worst game.
Jeepers, like
And it,
like,
okay,
try, like,
so here we go. It
try
can't just be a random thing that you've downloaded on Steam. It's actually a game that everyone knows that you don't actually like, even though a lot of other people like it.
Halo.
You didn't like
Halo.
Halo.
Halo, my
There you
goodness.
go. That was it. Like you said, everyone else liked it. I was shit at it.
No, not saying that you were bad at it. I mean, like, you just
But you
actually
didn't
didn't
enjoy it.
like it.
I'm a fan. I like it. I'd like to watch the series on the Paramount Plus, but
Oh,
I
really?
just
I
like
actually
the
haven't
game.
even looked at it either. You know what? I actually don't like Call of Duty at all.
Really?
Yeah, most of my friends didn't.
I never, like, I've played a lot of them, but I actually, like, I would rather, over Call of Duty, I would rather play Medal of Honor.
Yeah. Crash Bandicoot. Oh, I did not remember that.
Spyro.
So yeah, my game that like most of the world likes is Call of Duty. I honestly have never, I've never bought
enough.
the game before. I've never sat down, installed it, and played
I
it.
just forced you to play it at my house.
I played it because my friends would play it. Like, the only time I probably ever played it was when I played at your house.
Yeah.
I would rather play Medal of Honor, and there's also another game that my dad and I used to play called Soldier of Fortune.
Yeah, I knew about that one.
Yeah, that's what I used to play. That's like my first person shooter game that I used to play. Also, Turok, Seeds of Evil. That's an old one.
Which system was that on?
It's basically, it's on a computer, but it's also, I think it might have been on PlayStation 1, but it's basically kind of like the ancestor of Ark, you could say. Because you go around and you're fighting dinosaurs and stuff.
What about Sims? I didn't enjoy Sims.
I actually was into Sims at some point.
Yeah,
I
a lot
was
of
like
people
really
were
into it.
for like a
Yeah.
while, but I just
Yeah.
I couldn't handle like
Yeah.
get the person to walk in. I just stood there.
And Stu, what's yours?
Let's have a think. Actually, does it have to be a video game? Like a video game?
No, not really.
Weird opinion. I actually didn't enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh and trading Yu-Gi-Oh as much as I actually thought I was into it because everyone else was, and like everyone else played it. But I actually didn't enjoy it all that much at all. Like, it was like, it didn't really, like, it was.
Was it Yu-Gi-Oh itself or trading cards in general?
All of it. No, just Yu-Gi-Oh. Just
Yu-Gi-Oh. So like Pokemon was fine. You would play Pokemon and trade Pokemon cards, but just specifically Yu-Gi-Oh.
I never understood the Yu-Gi-Oh hype.
Really?
I never understood it.
Did you ever watch the anime?
Yes, I tried to. I watched the
Did you like the
first
anime?
part. No.
Really? That's really interesting.
No. Not at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
That's why you didn't like the card game, because you didn't like the anime. Like, the only reason I went back to playing the card game like online is because I started watching the anime again. A little bit of a technical difficulty there.
Should be the way it works.
What else?
The Fallout series, I'm not a big fan of.
To be honest, I'm also not like the biggest fan of that. I played Fallout 3 and I enjoyed it. Then I tried playing the other ones and I was like, meh.
What about New Vegas? No.
I don't think I've even played New Vegas.
I played Fallout 4, but I just played it for the sake of just getting through the storyline. And
Yeah, that's kind of what I did.
It didn't blow me away.
And you, Tim?
I really
Tim's
don't
too mainstream. He likes all the games that everyone else likes.
I really hate Sims.
Sims? Oh, okay.
And I'm not too fond of Minecraft at all.
Minecraft, yeah. I like, so
yeah,
Minecraft for me was also like, I really enjoyed it, but then there's other games exactly like it that just look better.
Exactly. And then I'd rather have real Legos instead of playing Minecraft. Personally.
Did
That's
you
just my
actually
view.
play Minecraft?
I played a little bit, and whatever my cousin's like nephew would
Yeah.
play, and I tried playing it. I'm like, cool, but it's just like,
No.
I don't want to look at blocks. Okay, I want to look at something visually pleasing. This is like it's not pleasing at all. And then the creeper, it's like a giant green block thing. Almost looks like a penis. I think I know.
That just goes.
Yeah, just didn't look right. You can edit that part out, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But then there's what was it? Sims. I just can't stand the idea of just sitting there watching all that and just trying to managing it, build a city and whatnot. It's cool, but I'd rather just destroy everything. It's chaos. Is fun.
Where were you born, Tim?
Yeah, we need to go into this. We want to talk about it, Tim. Right?
So that just leads straight into our next topic of conversation, right?
It was
America.
Fuck yeah, America.
No. Like I don't like having all the guns around.
Yeah, but anyway, that's for another time.
Yeah.
So our third category was worst game. So not worst game made, something that we didn't like that everyone else like is mad about.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say my second one is like also League of Legends. Never got into it. I think to be honest, that's like if you start playing Dota first, Dota is your game, or if you start playing League of Legends first, League of Legends is your game. It's like a, Samsung or iPhone vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that.
But yeah,
Okay.
that wraps up our first podcast. Pretty good. So if you guys actually managed to get to the end of our podcast with listening for the boys, we are for the boys. We're just a bunch of boys, sometimes some girls, playing games, doing things, talking about stuff, enjoying life, and yeah, sometimes we have some controversial conversations. Sometimes we have some fun conversations. Yeah, that's it. So please remember, just like any other YouTuber, please subscribe, please like, and please share. Adios, amigos.